The quick command here in iGEMS can be used to program things that you can't program with the contour commands. So that would be things like slits, or if you wanted to cut this lettering here as slits. If you're cutting this out of a piece of bar stock, that's the basically the width of this part here, and you just want to come in and cut this top edge and the bottom edge. All those types of things can be programmed through the quick command. So to do that, you just first of all start off as you normally would with your create command, and then click on this other objects command, and that'll select anything else in that geometry. So that we'll be doing our slits on. So we got that. And then you can click on the quick button, and in here you've got two selections, either slit command or contour command. So we'll start with the slit command, and basically this overcut, you can set this to 0, so it'll pierce right on the beginning of the cut, and it'll stop right at the end of the line as it's drawn there. And then you want to have this connect to part box checked normally, and then you can either do single or multi. If you click on single, then you would click on the end of the line where you want it to start cutting. If you click on multi, then iGEMS will determine the cut sequence and where it's going to pierce from. So you can see now those magenta lines have turned to red, and we got the blue line for the traverses between the different cuts there. So we got that. So what we should probably do first before we program the top and the bottom cut is we can program these inside cuts as we would normally, because we'd want to cut those before we cut the part off. So I can come in here, I can uncheck the external button here, so we'll just put the leads on the inside holes here. So we got those, and then we can go back to our quick command now, and now we'll switch to the contour command. When you switch to the contour command, you've got the choice of the different types of piercing that you might want to use, and then you can also specify whether you want to use tool on the left, tool on the right, or no compensation. So if you choose tool on the left, then you want to make sure that, for example, on this top cut here, that we're piercing over here on the left and traveling from left to right, and then at the bottom we'd pierce the bottom right hand edge and cut towards the lower left hand edge. So we'll go with that. You can specify what you want to use for a length of lead in, length of lead out, and normally that connect to part box would be checked. If you want to specify the angle for your lead ins, you can check that box there. Otherwise, it'll just do a straight line or tangential lead into your cut path there. So we'll click single, and then we just click near the corner where we want to start, and it'll find the closest point there. And at the bottom here it says specify end, or if you hit enter, it'll go all the way around that geometry, which we don't want to do. We just want to come up towards the top right hand corner here and click there. So we've got our tool path for that cut, the green for the lead in and the red for the cut line, which is obviously offset from our geometry there. And then down at the bottom again, it's saying select start point. So if we want to program another cut, which we do, we want to come down towards the lower right hand corner here, click here, and then to specify the end, we want to go to this lower left hand corner, and we'll click there. And again, it's added our lead in and lead out on there. So we're done with that. So then we would just hit enter, since we don't want to specify any more start points, which brings us back to the quick command window. And then at this point, we can click close. If you did mess up your cut sequence, of course, you can always use this edit button here and go in and change the order of things if you want to change around the sequence compared to what iGEMS had applied. So if you have any questions on that, let us know. Thanks.